Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. By way of Struggle Vision Productions, I am Hitman Cos. Welcome to another edition of Hitman's Contracts. And my God, what a whirlwind of an event we just had. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your official review of Fastlane. And I'm not here alone. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, you if you if you're not new to the channel, if you've seen and heard his spoken words, ladies and gentlemen, might I present the king of cool.
That's cool. It's cool, bro.
Yo, man, the- I can't even front that match with the whole pay per view, man. It was crazy, yo.
Yeah, it was interesting show.
Yeah, man. Well, we say we get right down to it.
Let's do it.
Uh, Now, I'm not sure if you saw the pre-show, but Riddle beat Mustafa Ali, and then
Yeah.
also I think Retribution either Retribution split or they just kicked out Ali.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I'm not sure if you saw the pre-show, but Riddle beat Ali to
Yeah, I
retain
seen that. Yeah.
and I think either Retribution split or they just kicked out Ali, getting tired of his abuse.
Yeah, well, he's leader of the Retribution, so there ain't no Retribution without Ali. So yeah, I think they're done, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they really didn't have much going for them, anyways. Yeah. But moving on, I really didn't have much to say about that. Next, to start off the show, we had Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler with Reginald, might I add, um, defending their women's tag titles against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Now, Now, I don't know if you were paying attention on commentary, but they explained why Reginald wasn't on SmackDown.
Nah, I didn't hear. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, apparently Nia sent him on a spa day.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Uh,
crazy.
oh my God. But anyways, moving on to the match itself. The match itself was pretty good. I honestly I honestly find it interesting that both teams couldn't get along.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like when Sasha slapped Bianca.
Yo,
Bianca actually took that. Like,
my
you see her face though, like she was trying to like hold herself back, bro. Like I thought she was just gonna snap on her, but nah.
Yo, I was waiting for her to black on her. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But nah, she's like, nah, I'm gonna save it to Mania. I'm gonna save it to WrestleMania. That's what
Yeah,
she's thinking.
but freaking, but Sasha failed to see the bigger picture. How Bianca was trying to help her, because she had Shayna in the bank statement,
Yeah.
and she was trying to cut off Nia Jax, but but Nia's too powerful, man, even for the EST.
Yeah.
But with that being said, also Reginald, he played a bit of a role too.
Speaking of Reginald, ain't it funny how like he can't like when he debuted with Carmella, but now he's kind of taking up her spot on TV. Where's she at?
Well, I mean, oh wait, yo, I saw a backstage segment. I think it was on SmackDown, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't because I watched the whole show Friday. But she's looking for a new sommelier, and
Wow.
and if you pay attention to the video, Billy Kay's in the background writing down everything uh, that that the that the interviewer asked what Carmella wants in a sommelier.
Okay.
Uh, And even though this has nothing to do with the match, what's your take on Billy Kay's struggling actor gimmick?
Well, I think it's crazy, man. Like, I think they should just put her back with what's her name?
Peyton
Peyton
Royce?
Royce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they broke them up for.
Everybody always wonders that same thing, but at the moment they can't be together because Peyton Royce is on Raw and Billy Kay's on SmackDown. So yeah,
Oh yeah, they could. I mean, they do a lot of other stuff that don't make sense.
you got me there. but but the but the match is, but I tell you what, back to the match. I'll tell you, man. I would have been so pissed beyond belief if Shayna tapped to Sasha because
Yeah,
because Shayna is the submission magician. Tapping out should not be in her vocabulary. She makes people tap.
true.
You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
she's
that's true.
she's one of those few wrestlers that freaking should not be should not have a tap out loss. But that's just how I feel. Moving on to the next match, Big E defended the IC title against Apollo Crews.
Good match. That
The,
was a good match.
yeah, I'll admit
Pretty solid.
I wasn't a fan of the screwy finish, but I understand why it was made. To prolong the storyline. But yo, I definitely enjoyed the shit talking between both of them.
Yeah, that was funny.
This dude Big E
Uh,
was talking heavy shit when he had the advantage. That this is what you wanted.
yeah, this is what you want. This is what you wanted. You wanted me to act like this. You wanted. That's funny.
He was at the court. He was like, Corey, this is what he wanted. This is what he wanted. This
But
is
Apollo's accent, that's funny though. When he after like when he attacked him, he's like, get up, like just the
yeah,
way
that
he
was
sounded. Bro,
beautiful.
that's funny,
And
man.
he kept bitch slapping him too, yo.
Yeah, bro, I seen
He
that.
like
Yeah.
was like, we're not done. Get up. But but the accent is because he's embracing his Nigerian heritage.
Yeah, I know. But that was a pretty solid match.
But and speaking of which, I know I said this on my predictions with the humble man Gary, but yo, you gotta really appreciate that Apollo Crews not only has a gimmick but a great one at that.
Yeah, true.
Because back then, he had no gimmick,
Yeah, he was kind of plain. Like
and
he was
like
just we just a dude there.
it was hard to get behind him because he had no gimmick.
Yeah, but like, what do you think? Like I don't know, like his gimmick, the new attitude. It kind of reminds me like the tribal chief, like Roman Reigns, but different.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's a Nigerian version of that.
Yeah, it's Nigerian instead of Samoan.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and and I thought the spear was a nice touch.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
steel. He said, "I show him the steel." That's funny with the African accent. Kind of
Oh,
like Wakanda forever.
oh, hell yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah, Black Panther.
all day, man. Then, next match, I don't really want to talk about this match much, but Braun Strowman beat Elias.
Man, oh, bro, that match that pissed me off, man. Because like I did wanted to see Shane in the ring again against Braun. I mean, the match should have never happened to begin with. Like, I mean, they kind of, man, I don't know, man.
I
Braun
mean,
is too big to be getting his ass whooped like that.
I feel you, man, because but like, my question is, what the hell does Shane have to gain by constantly making a fool out of Braun Strowman?
It don't make sense from a storyline standpoint or like legit. Like, what does Braun have to gain? I mean, I don't know who he pissed off, but man,
I mean, I heard from one standpoint, somebody said that he was eventually, well, Shane was eventually going to blame Braun for the cancellation of Raw Underground.
oh well.
Speaking of which, I loved Raw Underground. I really did. Yeah, it was really something fresh, something new. You know.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah. But
I didn't care for it much, but it was different.
but but moving on. Like I said, I didn't want to talk about that match much.
It was like filler.
But it was a great filler.
Yeah, something that killed time, but yeah, it was cool. It was entertaining.
Yeah. Moving on. Seth
Seeing
Rollins
people get
facing.
their ass whooped.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and actually, it also allowed lesser stars or even jobbers to have a good role.
True, exactly.
You know. But moving on. Seth Rollins faced off against Shinsuke Nakamura. First off, before that happened, did you see
I
the?
didn't really see. I didn't really see all that match. I didn't see much of it.
Hmm.
Wasn't
Anyway,
paying attention much.
anyways, before that, freaking Shinsuke had a segment with with Matt Riddle, and
Yeah, I seen that.
yeah, no offense to Riddle, but I think he, but I think,
That was funny.
but I think Shinsuke's IQ might have dropped a few points from that. But then again, I enjoy Matt. I enjoy Riddle's rambling and whatnot. But
Yo, they should do. He should do like a show called like story time with Riddle or Riddle time or something like that. That'd be funny.
that
It
would
seems like that's what he does. Like he just tells stories. The camera zooms in on him. Next thing you know, it zooms out. And the person is not even there. They're not listening.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Now the next match. Oh man, this match was a beaut. This was epic. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. No holds barred.
Match. Yeah, that was a solid match. I seen that.
Hey, well, first off, let me say this right now. I can honestly say that freaking Sheamus getting thrown into the WWE universe and the shit exploding. I could tell that was a straight up dig at AEW.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you heard about the whole crappy explosion.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
And funny thing,
Spartans.
somebody edited that to make it look like of what it should have looked like. Do you remember Wrestling Society X?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they mixed it with. And
That's
if
crazy.
and if you saw what they did, then like it's legit how it should have looked like. But anyways, the match itself was brutal, man.
Yeah, it was a good match. A lot of it's crazy, man. A lot. It was intense. It was brutal. But what's crazy, bro, about this match? That match is that like the storyline kind of made no sense if you think about it.
Why you say
They
that?
kind of made it. They kind of made it seem like Sheamus was jealous of Drew and wanted to be like in Drew's spot. Like he felt like he's being left behind. But like Sheamus is actually more accomplished than Drew.
You see,
He's won more titles. He's been in the main event. Drew, a few years ago, he was in what was it 3MB. He was like a jobber, bro. Like,
you see, that's the exact point that I made in the predictions.
yeah.
Where like, because like because I mentioned how some fans were thinking that that Sheamus was getting buried, not winning a match, when yet they fail to realize that he's a four-time WWE champion. He's won more titles in WWE than Drew has,
Yeah.
and he's accomplished more. So, like straight up, Sheamus damn near won every time. Yeah. He's damn near won every title. The only title he hasn't won is the IC title. Legit, like
When did Sheamus debut? Pardon me.
I do you mean on the main roster period or on Raw?
Like on the main roster, period.
He debuted. He was a part of ECW. I think he debuted in like I'd say maybe 2009.
2009.
It
Okay.
was either 2009 or 2010.
Well, bro, this dude looked the same since then.
And actually, funny enough, before he got called up, he was in FCW, and he actually had a last name, but it was long as hell.
So,
His whole name was Seamus O'Shaughnessy.
nah, I never knew that.
Yeah, and he was known as the Celtic Nightmare.
Okay.
Yeah, and his attire was slightly different, but yeah. Um,
That's what's up.
yeah, yeah. And then I think when he came on to ECW, I think he was feuding with Goldust, if I'm not mistaken. Then after ECW went down under, he went to Raw. 2 weeks later, he's WWE champion.
Crazy. And where was Drew?
Actually, I think this is when he was still the chosen one as IC champ.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that run. The
You know,
chosen one.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, look here. No offense to Drew, but freaking, I'm not trying to throw shade on him, but if I'm not mistaken, I think his whole chosen one thing came under fire, and why it ended is because he used to be married to this chick named Tiffany. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
you,
remember.
yeah, she was Terrence Terrell in TNA. But
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, she beat his ass.
What?
Like, cause like what I read one time when I was a kid was
I
that
mean,
was
I
that
mean, but he's probably. I mean, he's not gonna hit a girl, so that's why it seemed like it.
look here, man. I'm never one for hitting a girl, but if you
Never.
but if you gonna swing, you better be expected to take a swing. That's all I'm saying.
You crazy, bro.
Cause so many women love to harp on the fact that I'm a woman, therefore you can't hit me. When not every guy is gonna think that way.
Yeah, man. But back to the match, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you think?
I liked it. I have no complaints at all about the match. That was great.
Where do you think the storyline's gonna go? You think it's done? You think Sheamus just gonna like forget about it?
I mean, for now it has to be because Drew McIntyre is facing Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. So
True.
so
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that match.
yeah, absolutely. But moving on, this match, even though it didn't last long, man, it did a lot. Like like this match, despite being short, it was sweet. Alexa Bliss
Which match is
versus
that?
Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, that was entertaining.
Like
I mean,
yo,
I'm not a big fan of the whole, I don't know, the whole occult thing, but it was cool though. What they were doing.
like first off, freaking before she even came out, that she activated the curse,
Crazy.
and then the whole match, she just kept messing with him so badly. Had the fireballs, the lighting structure fell.
Yeah.
Like she was doing the most.
Yeah, when that light fell, bro, that was crazy, but I was not expecting that.
This nigga
But I had
Orton,
a feeling the Fiend was gonna come back, man. I knew
yeah.
he was gonna come back.
This nigga Orton was like,
And different.
yeah. This nigga Orton was like, "You trying to kill me?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
And I'm like, yeah, of course he's trying to kill you, dude.
and then freaking, it finally looked like Orton was done playing, and he had her right where he wanted her. But then out came a hand, and a very charred up Fiend came out. Freaking, oh man, and
I was like Michael Myers. Burn.
yeah,
Burn Michael Myers.
or better yet, like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. What do you think of the look?
I love it, man. Freaking
Yeah.
this is exactly how the Fiend should have looked, being all burned. Like unless Alexa worked some miracle shit and fixed him up, this is exactly how he should look.
Yeah.
You know, then freaking then he hit him. Then he hit him with Sister Abigail. Alexa pinned him, and that was it.
What do you think of that pin, bro? That was an interesting pin.
Yeah, quite, quite the interesting pinfall. You know,
When I saw that, I was like, what? I'm like, what is she doing?
but hey, you know, oh,
Randy wasn't complaining though.
hey,
It worked out.
hey, man, why would he? Uh, anyway, we've stalled long enough. It's time to talk about the main event.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against Daniel Bryan with Edge as the special guest. Enforcer.
That match was good, man. That was a solid match, but man, they made Daniel Bryan look like Superman. Like this dude, bro. I was not expecting him to get the upper hand on Roman like that.
Hey,
As
yo,
much as he did in the match.
yeah,
He got
but
a lot of offense. I wasn't expecting that.
yeah, but dude, you forget how technically sound he is. I
I
know.
mean, yeah, and I get that's what they were trying to tell, but
I mean,
man,
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. People always harp over Zack Sabre Jr. being the best technical wrestler right now, but don't sleep on Daniel Bryan. He might be up there in age, but he's still got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. And like for a good amount of the match, he only thing he was doing, he was literally toying with Roman, warning him that he can catch him lacking any way he chooses.
yeah,
And then even though both Edge and the ref were knocked out, Roman tapped.
yeah, I know, I've seen it.
And yo, I can't even lie. Every time every time Daniel Bryan had a legit submission in, I was actually at the edge of my seat. I was shifting uncomfortably because like I was legit concerned, thinking he was gonna tap.
Nah, I knew it was gonna play out the way it did, but yeah, they told a good story though.
Absolutely, man.
Good sell, all that.
But my thing is, will Daniel Bryan try and get a rematch,
Yeah,
is,
you already know it's gonna be a triple threat at WrestleMania.
I mean, and I'll admit, at first, on the predictions, I was fearing a triple threat match, but after seeing what Daniel Bryan did in this match, I welcome a triple threat match.
Plus what Edge did after too.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
And sure, Daniel Bryan can use that as a viable reason to to say that he deserves a rematch, but at the same time, technically Daniel Bryan hit him first,
Yeah,
even though it was unintentional, he still technically hit him first.
but it should just be a one-on-one, man. Nobody wants to see a triple threat. I don't think. I mean, I don't want to see it. It
Yeah,
should just be Roman versus Edge. That's it.
yeah,
Spear versus spear.
yeah, because the whole thing is supposed to be based on Edge, his redemption story, coming back from injury. I mean, coming back from retirement, and try, trying to get back to the top.
You think Edge is gonna win?
Honestly, I'm hoping he wins.
Yeah, me too. I think he might.
And also, speaking of which, I mentioned this on the predictions. I don't know if you saw it, but old boy Vince Russo. I don't know if you remember that jackass, but
Yeah, I know what you talking about.
but when he spoke on the match of Roman vs Edge, he said the match would not be believable unless Roman wins in 10 seconds. He said Roman
That's crazy.
has to win in 10 seconds. How ridiculous does that sound?
know Daniel Bryan's not a big dude and all that.
No. I mean,
he's not. But
no.
he ain't that soft, bro. He's not a jobber.
No. I'm not talking about that match. I'm talking about Roman Reigns versus Edge at WrestleMania. He's saying that match won't be believable.
Unless Roman wins in 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's saying Roman.
No, this dude must be smoking some crack.
Like, out of all the ridiculous things that Vince Russo said, this was easily the worst.
So he got some heat with Edge or something, like.
No. He just says a bunch of ridiculous shit. That's what.
That's crazy. I don't know why he think Edge, a WWE Hall of Famer, would lose to Roman Reigns in 10 seconds, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, if he's trying to say Edge is a jabroni, like a jobber, like, I mean, that's crazy.
And like, the thing is, he used to be a very good mind for the business because he was one of the catalysts behind the Attitude Era and whatnot. But like, he's just done so much stupid stuff. Like it's ridiculous.
That's not cool, man. That's crazy.
And I don't know what possesses him to think that it's not believable unless the match is 10 seconds long. I'll tell you what, but I'll definitely say this: the fallout on Raw and SmackDown will definitely be interesting, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see.
Freaking, first off, I'm definitely looking forward to see what happens on SmackDown. Actually, most of these matches were SmackDown matches.
Yeah, I noticed.
Well, at least the most important ones were SmackDown matches.
I mean, I didn't see the pre-show that much, so I didn't see. Besides Ali and Riddle, I didn't see any other matches.
That was the only pre-show match.
Oh, really? Oh, well.
Yeah. But personally, I want to see Bianca put hands on Sasha Banks on SmackDown, because
she needs to.
Because don't get me wrong, I know she wants to save it for WrestleMania, but she cannot let that slap slide.
Nah. Like, yeah, she gonna slap her back, bro. On Raw. Watch.
No.
On SmackDown.
Yeah. And then Apollo. Actually, no, Big E. I want to see what he's gonna do to Apollo after Apollo wailed on him.
I feel like they should change. I'm surprised they didn't actually. They should like drop the Cruz from Apollo Cruz. Cruz don't sound like a Nigerian last name, like an African name.
Yeah.
They should call him Apollo Nigeria or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just Apollo.
Or better yet, how about Apollo Olajuwon?
There you go. Apollo Wakanda. I don't know.
Only reason why I'm saying Olajuwon is because Hakeem Olajuwon is actually Nigerian.
Oh, okay.
Actually, believe it or not, almost is Nigerian.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I swear on everything. He's legitimately from Nigeria. Like, if you look on his IG, and I think on his Twitter, he always talks about what's going on in Nigeria.
That's what's up.
Well, and I know I'm straying away from the review, but I wouldn't. But imagine if, and this is a very big if like, say like the WWE draft happens and almost gets drafted to SmackDown. Imagine what it would be like if he aligned himself with Apollo Crews and they both have their Nigerian roots and make a tag team out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And like
I like him better with AJ though.
Yeah.
Kind of kind of reminds me of Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
Everyone keeps making that comparison.
And he's gonna be in action too.
Oh yeah, at WrestleMania.
So let's see if he really can live up to that Kevin Nash comparison when he steps in the ring.
Well, I mean,
at Mania.
To be fair, the legends that have been training have spoken highly of him. even though
So
the matches he's had, he hasn't looked too impressive. But you know those were like a year or two ago, and I'm sure that he's been getting plenty of training done.
yeah,
Plus, with the stuff that he has done, he has looked very impressive. Like that freaking like that martial arts kick that he threw to slap the chair out of Jackson Riker's hand.
yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Or better yet, freaking at TLC. Oh, this was beautiful. When freaking what's his face? Uh John Morrison hit this nigga with a chair. And not only did he no sell it, but the chair broke over his back.
Crazy.
And this dude he didn't even turn around yet. But the look on his face was like, I know this fool did not just try that.
I know this fool didn't just hit me with that chair.
And then,
Yeah.
and then he just turned around, cracked his
I
neck,
think I seen that.
cracked his knuckles. I'm like, nigga, Morrison, you better run.
He dipped out of there.
Yeah, but you know, this is gonna do it for this episode of Hitman's Contract. I definitely want to thank you, the King of Cool, for
Appreciate you, man.
coming through, man.
Thanks for having me on, man. It was cool. It was fun.
And yo, if you guys are in the Tampa, Florida area, be sure to check him out, man. The king, remember, the King of Cool. He's a legit wrestler on the independent scene. Check him out, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, and you know, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit
Like.
Yep.
Subscribe. You already know. Be cool. That's cool.
And if you feel like it, comment on the video. And by way of Struggle Vision Productions, this is Hitman Kaz. This is also the King of Cool, and we out. Peace.